All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today, we'll be covering how to use deals in Nimble, set up multiple deal pipelines, use the reporting feature, and I'll also be showing you guys our new feature, lead pipeline. If you're interested in a general overview of the entire Nimble application, you can watch the one we did last week on our YouTube channel. Vivian, can you share our YouTube channel on the chat box? And also, you can sign up for the one we have next week on our webinar page. And Vivian, can you share our webinar page on the chat box as well? Thank you. You'll also add those links plus today's recording on the follow-up email, which will be sent to all of our registrants. So for those of you who are either new to Nimble or thinking about trialing it, let's take a look at what Nimble CRM is. Nimble is an easy-to-use CRM that works for you in Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, and everywhere else you work. It automatically combines your contacts, communication histories, email inboxes, and calendar appointments. So that is a small snippet of what Nimble is. Let's jump into the app itself and start talking about deals. So when you first log into Nimble, you'll be welcomed with the Today page. The Today page is your customizable dashboard. Everybody in your company can move the widgets around to see the ones they are interested in. This will depend on your role in your company. So if you are a business owner or in sales, you might be interested in enabling the 3 sales widget that we offer, which is the deals widget, the pipeline chart, and also the stage funnel. I recommend moving these widgets to the top of your screen to make sure that you are always up to date with the statuses of all your deals. To move the widgets around, simply click on the 3 dots on the top right corner of each widget, and then a drop-down menu should appear. And then from here, you can click on Move Widget. You can also hide your widget and duplicate your widget as well. Another way to move around your widgets, go to Manage Widget on the right side of your screen. Here you can add your logo. You can also change the cover of your Today page. You can rename your widgets, and you can drag and drop your widgets to your desired place as well. So I will do, I want to move my funnel over there, and then you can also add widgets here. So let's go back. So let's talk about the 3 sales-related widgets that I just talked about. So for the deals widget, this allows you to check the status of deals in your overall pipeline while taking direct action from your dashboard. From the drop-down menu, you can see the active deals that you won, lost, and those that your team is currently working on. You can also create a new deal by clicking on Create Deal on the bottom right. And you can also click on the individual deals to access engagement history and current insight on key contacts. You can update deal statuses, add notes, or create new deals. Going back to the Today page. For the pipeline chart, this shows all your deals organized by date. The color coding on each bar gives you a visual of the amount for the deals you're managing in the stage you are in, or they are in. For more gradual details, you can sort the chart by specific date ranges to zero in on where you need to focus in a time period. Hover over a specific month to see the total deals within that deal stage. And then the next one, the stage funnel widget. This widget, you can monitor your active prospects, leads, and opportunities at each stage. See a quick overview of all your pipelines and individual stages to know where you need to fill opportunities to meet your goal. Now let's talk about how you can create deals from the contact record in Nimble. So let's go to Contacts. And then let's pick on John. So I have a lot of deals with him. You can easily create a new deal from the contact record from Nimble. Click on Add Deal just under the individual's bio. A pop-up button will appear and you'll be able to fit all the details such as the deal name, the probability, expected close date, the amount, the primary contact, any additional participants. For the participants, you can add as many people as you want. They can be internal or external. However, they must be an existing contact record for them in Nimble. And you can also do appropriate pipeline and the stage you want to place the deal on, and then also select privacy settings. So you can have it be private, public to your team members, or your team members can only view the deal. To review the information about all the deals related to the specific person or company, click on Interactions and then Deals. So that's how to create and find deals on a contact record. Now let's move on to the Deals tab. On the Nimble Business Manager plan, you can create as many pipelines as you want and use them to track your sales opportunities, marketing projects, PR opportunities, renewals, and more. To create a new deal, select New Deal on the top left corner. Once you're here, you can name the deal, relate the deal to multiple contacts and companies, add the value amount, schedule an expected close date, project the probability of closing, and choose the beginning stage for your deal, plus all the other things we covered a second ago. Once your deal has been created, you can click on Save, which will be over here on the bottom left. And if you want to edit an existing deal, just locate the one you want to edit. So we'll do Breakfast for Champs. And then click on the Edit option right above Stage and Pipeline. Should be here. And then you can edit the name, the primary contact, amount, everything that I talked about earlier, just like when you create the new deal. And then next to the Edit button is a down arrow. From here, you can choose to close a deal as won, lost, or you can also delete the deal entirely. You can also schedule a task or event by clicking on Add Activities. And then you can also log deal-related activities. And then you can add notes or attach files to your deal from OneDrive, Google Drive, and Dropbox. But soon you'll also be able to add them from your computer. Any updates to your deal will appear in the All tab, along with messages that you have with your contacts or company related to the deal. To filter these, just click on Message, Activities, Notes, and Attachments. And then on the right of the deal, you'll see an overall view of your contact involved with this deal. So that's the overall basics of existing deals. Let's talk about how to export deals by going back to the Deals tab. To export your deals from Nimble, just click on Export to CSV. You'll then be able to choose which deal you would like to export. It could be all your deals, the ones you've won, lost, and also your active ones as well. You can also export lists based on deals owned by specific team members. And Nimble allows you to view your team members' deals on a pipeline or list view. Deals can be moved from one stage to the next by simply drag and dropping the pipeline. So just make sure to click and then drag to your desired position. And then besides owned by, you can decide to view your deals by your entire team or individual team members. And then right next to that is another drop-down menu where you can see active, won, lost, or stuck deals. A stuck deal is a deal that has exceeded the set amount of days within a given stage, and it will appear red on your pipeline. If you want to view your deals as a list, just click on List on the top right corner. From within a list, deals can be grouped by the following: by owner, amount, stage, probability, and expected. As I said earlier, on the Nimble Business Manager plan, you can create unlimited pipelines. This can come in handy, especially if your company operates across different verticals, sells multiple products, or has distinct funnels. Even if it's not the case, it's nice to have the flexibility to track as much as possible in one platform rather than across multiple applications, spreadsheets, or even worse, sticky notes on your desk. You can use the pipeline in Nimble to manage sales opportunities, renewals, PR opportunities, your hiring process, project management, and much more. We'll cover these individual use cases later in our session. To create or customize your pipeline, go to Customize Pipeline. And then if that button is grayed out, it means that you're not the account admin or the account admin did not give you the permission to do so. So we suggest that you reach out to them and ask for their permission. And then going back to creating a deal pipeline, just click on Add Deal Pipeline, and then you can name it. Just do Testy. Go. And then click on the pipeline. From here, you can add a stage and then name it, and then set the limit of how long you'll allow each deal to stay at the stage. Once a deal stays at a particular stage longer than the allocated time, it will turn red on your pipeline. You can also use the amount ranges option at the very bottom. It will allow you to group deals by their forecast amount in the list view. If you wish to delete an entire existing pipeline, just simply click on the trash bin right next to its name. And it will ask you to confirm that delete. You can edit an existing pipeline. Let's go click on this one. And you'll see the options to edit the pipeline's name with the pencil icon over here. And then after you click the edit button on each stage, you can rename the stage and change the limit of how long a deal can stay in that stage. Just make sure you click save if you are going to edit it. You can also drag and drop the existing stages if you want to change their order. So hold, click and hold, and then drag to wherever you would like to move it. And then next stages can also be added at any time by scrolling down to add stage. Going back to the deals tab. We often get asked by our customers about how to set up their stages and how many they should have. This will really depend on your sales process and the type of your business, but generally our customers decide to either opt for a number of stages and then use activities to set up follow-ups or create a stage for each of their activities. So let's go over both examples and start with the limited number of stages. For the purpose of our demo, I'll mark our existing sample sales pipeline as short. So let me guys show you that. Short. And let's do the pipeline view because I honestly like that one more. In this view, you can see that I have 5 stages. I have cultivating, prospecting, qualifying, reviewing proposal, closing, and closed deal. In this scenario, for each of my follow-ups and attempts to move the deals through my pipeline, I will use the activities option on the appropriate deal. Let's click on the appropriate deal. And then add activity. Nimble gives me the option to create a task and assign it to myself or anybody else in my team. Event, in cases it's an actual meeting you are scheduling with the prospect or customer. Call, or an custom activity. A custom activity can be set up in settings in the account admin by the account admin and can be anything from an in-person meeting to a LinkedIn message. Okay. The advantage of creating activities for each follow is that everybody who has access to this deal can open it and easily see what exactly has been done, and all your activities will show up under the Alls tab right over here after you open a deal. Using activities show you also set due dates and assign tasks to yourself and your team members, and they will get notified when they are complete. Many of our customers prefer creating stages for follow-up as well. Let me show you what such a pipeline looks like. I named it Sales Long. The stages can be created as followed: prospecting and qualifications, need analyze, proposal sent, identifying additional decision makers, second demo, negotiation/review, acceptance sent, acceptance reviewed, proof of concept, closing, and then, of course, close deal. The number or stages and their names, of course, depends on your sales process. This is just an example of how we've seen some of our customers using it. In this scenario, you can see exactly where each deal stands easily. You can close a deal simply by dragging it to the final stage on the pipeline called close deal. After clicking on it, you can mark if you won or lost it, and then you can add additional information. So you and your team members have all access information and details stored in Nimble and can access it in the future. Right. Another example of using Nimble's multiple deal pipelines is to manage PR opportunities. So let's go to that one. I call it a PR op. So for the pipelines on this stage, I have initial outreach, follow-up, scheduling, scheduled, rescheduling, and the default close deal. Now moving on to Nimble's newest feature, pipelines, lead pipelines, more specifically. This feature enables you and your team to visualize the progress of your leads, qualifying them as they go through the buying process, and ultimately converting to a sale. Whether you're in real estate, marketing, a recruiter, a consultant, or another profession, you can utilize the customizable Kumba boards to create multiple pipelines and stages that suit your business needs. At the beginning of your lead generation process, you may find yourself with a bunch of potential deals sitting at the early stages of your pipeline. These deals may not be ready to move forward through the sales process, but also may not be old enough to be marked as lost or delete. This can cause a lot of clutter in your deals pipeline and can distract you from focusing on the deals that require your attention. In Nimble, you can add leads to your account before adding them to your deal pipeline. The Nimble lead pipeline is a separate pipeline to store your pre-qualified leads before becoming deals. Once you decide that a lead is qualified, you can easily convert the leads to deals and add them directly to your pipeline to start your sales process. So leads can be imported into your account via spreadsheet or an IPA or API. Leads also can be organized by potential contacts before moving them to your sales pipeline. Leads can move into your pipeline in bulk using our segmentation feature. So I'll show you guys that really quick. So let's do segment search and let's do marketing influencer tag. I'm going to select both of these people and then go to actions. And then you can add both of these to a lead pipeline. So let's do that. Let's do outreach. Okay, now going back to the tab. After you acquire a new lead, it will go through a series of phases to be qualified. Depending on your business, these qualifications may include scheduling a sales call, sending a marketing message, sending a quote, etc. To set up your pipeline so that reflects your internal process, visit the Leads tab, then choose Settings, which is going to be on the top right corner. And then click on Add New Pipeline to process the naming of your pipeline and creating stages. So we'll do this one as, let's do influencers and net new influencers, pipeline. You're not only able to name your stage, but you can also add instructions. So let's name one as research, and then let's say research if they are a good fit for the company. Again, save stage. Just make sure to click on save stage just so it can be on your pipeline. And then after you create a pipeline, you will be able to set lost reasons. So let me go back, scrolling down, which can help you to better understand trends and ways to improve. I have a better one to show you guys as an example. I had one ready. So you can use as many reasons as possible as you want. And then you can also customize the list of fields in these cards down over here so that they are relevant to your business. The fields that you select will appear at a glance on the lead card when back in the pipeline view. So let's go back to the leads pipeline. Full information about the lead can be found within the contact record or by switching to the list view mode right in the center. But I like the pipeline view because it looks a little bit better in my opinion. And if you want to move your leads off the pipeline, you can do that by clicking on the 3 dots right next to who you want to remove. And then you can do as exit successful or exit unsuccessful. And then if you select exit unsuccessful, Nimble will ask you the reason why it was unsuccessful, and you can pick the reasons that you created earlier. All right, so that is it for the leads pipeline. Sorry, it's new, so I'm still just used to saying pipeline just for deals. Let's move on to the reports tab. So in the reports tab, Nimble will report on the statuses of your sales. From the menu on the top right corner, you can select if you want to report on the success of individual pipelines or if you want to view all pipelines. You can also select the option to create a report from one salesperson or the entire team. Here on the dashboard view, you can view yourself and your team members' deal process at a glance, and you can use the calendar on the top right corner to select a specific time frame or any default options like this week, last week, this month, last month, and so on. You can also print your report over here on the top right corner, or you can save it as a PDF instead of printing as well. And then under forecast deals, this will show you all future deal outlooks. You can sort it by 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and so forth. And then lastly, under the deals history, this is where you may view all historical deal results, sorting by time intervals. So that is it for deals, pipeline, and reporting. Our next training webinar is going to be next Wednesday. Again, it's a general overview. And then the Wednesday after that is going to be Teams for Nimble. We also have an influencer webinar coming up this month with Anita. She'll be talking about her book, Beat the Bots. Yeah, that's what it's called. And then we also have a special offer for new users. Sign up today and you'll get 30 days of Nimble for free. But we have all paid users, so we'll skip this. So let's move on to questions. Right. In the deal section, how is the history of communications linked to the deal? Is it via contact linked to that deal, or can you do it manually? Also, can you link certain emails or phone calls to a deal? So for that, let's actually go back to a deal. So for that, it's by contacts linked to that certain deal. So for example, I have Michaela. But it can also be the participants that you added to that deal as well that can show up. You can link phone calls to a deal by add activities and then click on call. For certain emails, make sure that you CC your primary contact or any participants. If you prefer not to, I suggest logging in to notes over here and then copy and pasting the email. Okay. Where do I go to close/plan the deal? Thanks. Deals can be. So deals can be closed. Let me go back over here. Oh, actually, let's go back to that deal. So deals can be closed over here at this little arrow that's like pointed down, and then you can mark them as one, deal lost, or delete. Can you create a deal template? Not at this moment, but we only offer email templates in Nimble as of right now. Is there a way to create a team pipeline, like a way to see all the combination of deals for sale while each team member can only see their current deals? I believe there is a way to do that. So let's see, new deal. So to create a team deal pipeline, I would put whoever you want to add from your team on participants, not as primary contact, just so they can see all the options. And also make sure that for privacy that you have it either public/view/edit, or if you want your team just to view it, the deal. Hopefully that makes sense. But it looks like that is it for the questions. Brian, I'll actually send your question to care@nimble.com as well, just so they can give a more detailed example. All right, so going back over here. So that looks like it for our webinar. Thank you so much for joining me and Vivian today. And hopefully I will see you guys next week for our general overview. Thank you so much and have a great day.